Hi guys, it's me again, Val. I've just done a video on judgment, basically. How they have no judgment, narcissists have no judgment, and I also mentioned common sense. And I just thought, whilst I'm sort of here, I'm going to do a quickie on tufty hair again. Been a while. I want to do some common sense examples of narcissists and the people that I've dealt with in the past. Again, common sense comes under judgment, and again, in my last video I was talking about the angel and the devil on the shoulders. You know, the angel's trying to say don't do it, the devil's going do it. And because having no judgment means you've got no morals, nothing, and it also actually common sense comes under judgment. And if you've ever noticed, let me know in the box below if you've got any really stupid lack of common sense stories, because they are funny. I had a boyfriend once. Let's call him Neil. I'm not going to call him any silly names for a change. Let's call him Neil. Oh, it's going to be funny then. Anyway, Neil. This person I met, or I found, or whatever, however you want to say that you meet these strange people, on a dating site. Now, we just talked on the phone. I'd gone on a holiday to Bermuda, and the way we started out was the first red flag that I know now, that at the time I didn't have a clue, was when he told me he loved me over the phone. He'd not even met me. I was in Bermuda, and I went, okay, bye, see you later. He went, bye, love you. And I said, Neil, I said, you've never met me yet. How can you love me? So that was the first inkling. I should have just kind of like done a runner. The things this person did, he was kind of like he was like the Homer Simpson, I can't say the word, I'm laughing, Homer Simpson of narcissism, because I think some people have narcissism or are narcissists but don't generally know that they are. I mean, you know, you're not born with the knowledge and the word narcissist. You don't suddenly be at 3 years old think, right, ha ha ha, today I'm going to be a narcissist and I'm going to ruin people's lives the rest of my life. No, they don't do that. They have this, I'm not going to call it a power, it's a flaw. They have this flaw and they just don't know how to use it. And Neil was one of these people that did not know how to use this flaw of his. He was kind of like firing off in all directions and he just didn't have a clue. I don't think there was any malice in this person, because he didn't use his narcissism to destroy me. He just used his narcissism. Well, he didn't use it. It was just there. But anyway, get back to the story. He used to do stupid things. For instance, we know that gifts, they can't give good gifts. Again, probably judgment. See, it's all coming fit together now. Gifts. I remember a Valentine's morning, I woke up to find a little box of, a card, and a little box of soaps. 4 square soaps in a box with like dried flowers on top. I'm still laughing already. And the box looked a little bit dirty, a little bit grubby, and I kind of turned, I think this was like 2011 or something like that, 2012. Yeah, it was around that time. It was my dad passed around the same time as I was seeing this jerk. And I turned the box over, and on the back it had like 2005, like best before 2005, and I was like, what the hell? So I asked him about these lovely smelly soaps he'd bought me, and he said, oh, I didn't know what to get you, so I looked through my mum's cabinet under the bathroom sink and I found them. And I went, look, 2005, Neil, for God's sake, 2005. I actually googled the company and I looked at the box that it was supposed to be like. They were like beautiful, 4 beautiful soaps, and the flowers actually weren't dried flowers. The flowers on top of the soaps were lovely pansies, yellow, purple, pink, and, you know, lovely colours, peachy colours, beautiful, fresh flowers. Well, these ones were like, obviously, you can imagine they were like 7 years old or something, and they were falling off the top. I just thought that was hilarious that this guy, for a Valentine's gift, had given me his mum's second-hand flowers. I actually admitted to them as well. He'd come in... He'd come into the room sometimes, he'd have both hands behind his back, and he'd say, I've got your present, and I'll go. See, this is reminiscent of like a child, isn't it? You know, if you think about it, they are children, aren't they? So he'd come into the room and stand in front of me all excited, and he'd say, I've got your present. I'm going, really? He's going, yes. Which hand? I'm like, left, and he'd pull out a handful of spoons. And I'm going, spoons? He said, yeah, you need some spoons. I noticed you're short of spoons, so I got you some spoons from my mum's drawer. Okay, another time. Which hand? Excited again. Which hand? Choose a hand. I've got you a present. I've got you a gift. I've got you a surprise. Okay. Right hand. Comes out with, I mean, obviously don't want you all thinking you're so ungrateful, woman. I mean, I am not ungrateful. I just find from a 35-year-old man, these gifts were quite strange. And he brought out from behind his back this shell with a hole in it and a shoelace tied round it. Now, I'm not materialistic. It was sweet, but these are gifts that a 3-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old child might give their mum for not Valentine's Day, obviously, because that'd be quite silly. But you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, I'm going, oh, that's lovely, thank you very much. And I just think the common sense, these people, there was once where this is how their surprises go. They don't get what a surprise really is. I mean, if you want to surprise somebody, what you do is you just go around to their house when they're not there, and when they open the door, they go, surprise, and you go, oh, hi, that's lovely, right? So what he would do at Christmas time once, he actually, he was supposed to come round to my house. He was going away for Christmas, so he was going to come around. We're going to have Christmas 3 days early. So he was going to go around to my house and cook the turkey and cook all the trimmings and the Christmas dinner whilst I was at work, and I was going to go home and have a nice meal. He rings me at work. And it's going, Val, I'm really sorry, I'm stuck at the train station. I'm going, right, okay, so you're stuck at, and I'm thinking that does not sound like a train station, because you can tell the sound of a train station. I'm stuck at the train station. I'm not going to be able to get there for another like 3 hours, because he was sort of like an hour or so away on a train. I'm like, okay. He said, yeah, the trains have stopped. I was like, okay, and I'm thinking to myself, you must think I'm stupid. You're not at the train station. You're actually at my house. I'm like, right, okay, so you're not there, you're not going to come then. I was like, okay, a bit disappointing, but still. So I didn't sort of say anything, because I knew he was kind of telling a porky. And I was thinking, what is he playing at? So I got to my house after work, and there he was, cooking the Christmas dinner. Now, that is okay, but if you look at it, the common sense is that I could have thought, right, okay, he's not turning up. I'll go out for the night. I could have rung my girlfriends up. I could have just gone out for a meal with them and then turned up at 11 o'clock at night with him sitting at the table with a burnt out candle. You know, it's like saying, you know, your granny's dead and then going, surprise, she's alive. You know, you don't do that, because for like 3 hours, I could have been, had I actually fallen for his weird little strange surprise, I actually could have been quite upset. So you don't, the surprises aren't supposed to upset you, and then you go, am I here? Because at that point I was quite annoyed. I was like, why is that a surprise? Why is that a good thing? You know, you might as well tell somebody that the cat's been run over, leave them for 3 hours to suffer and actually think, oh, cry over the cat, and then you open the door and you go, surprise, whilst you're holding the pussy in the air. No, it's not. That's lack of common sense. They don't actually know what a surprise is. So yeah, I turned up, and I could have easily turned up with a bag of chips, because I thought, well, he's not going to be there, but actually I knew he was there. But to ring up from my house, pretend that you're stuck, so that's basically letting someone down, upsetting somebody. Had I been that stupid, upset someone, tell them that you're not going to be there for another 3 hours, you're not going to get your Christmas dinner, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have time to cook it before I get there, and then you feel down for 3 hours, and then you turn up and he's there cooking your Christmas dinner. I'm like, why? Anyway, can you see that the common sense, there isn't any, it's just ridiculous. The lack of common sense. I had a business partner for another salon that I opened, and she was putting the plumbing in, she was putting the radiators in. The plumber said, you need to put 3 radiators in this room, but you need to have them a certain distance apart for them to actually benefit each other. So she said, right, we'll put one there, we'll put one there, and we'll put one over there. And I said, well, if you put one there, that's in front of a chair and a mirror. And she goes, what? I said, well, the mirror and a chair's going to be here. She went, so? I said, yeah, but if the radiator's right in front of somebody's knees in winter, then they're going to burn themselves. And she goes, no, they won't. I said, they will. Their knees are going to be right up against the radiator. They're going to get burnt. Oh, well, we'll just turn it off then. We'll turn it off. I said, what's the point of having it there? Just move it to there, that's all. Because can you see the common sense then? We'll just turn it off then. Why? The common sense of toxic people and narcissists are just absolutely ridiculous. They don't have the sense they were born with. They were probably born with more sense. I don't know what happened to it. It kind of fell out of one ear whilst they were asleep. I really don't know. They are just, they have no common sense. So they're gifts. the gifts that they give you are really bad. Again, you know, I'm not kind of like being really nasty about the gifts, but so that's what it's all about. It's the judgment. They haven't got judgment. Their common sense is completely nil. The things that they do are just ridiculous. Yeah, giving me spoons. But they act like they're doing something really, really big for you because, again, they're a child. See, we know narcissists, for some reason, again, there's lots of reasons, obviously. But when they're like 10 or 11, they don't mature. Their brain doesn't mature. They don't learn how to be an adult. They have the body of an adult, the brain of a 10-year-old. So their common sense is completely lacking. I'm trying to think of some more now because I just, especially this Neil person, he was crazy, to be honest, in the end. I mean, looking back now, the word salad, the confusion, the riddles, he'd write in riddles where I didn't even understand what he was saying, and I'd be like, why are you writing to me in riddles? Just say it, just answer my question. And he wouldn't answer a question how I wanted it. He would just send me a riddle. And it was the ping pong email went on for hours and hours. And even when we split up, you know, he did the triangulation, the smear campaign, where he was sending emails to my sister, and he was putting Facebook. He was blocking me, but then putting up Facebook statuses. I don't actually know what he wrote. One of my friends texted me and said, Val, you better sort something out because he's putting emails and texts all over Facebook about you. And I'm like, I don't know what it was to this day, so there's probably something out there about me that I don't have a clue about, but hey, who cares? Yeah, so I just 12 minutes. It was just a short one, just to say that they are so like lacking in common sense. No judgment. I think that's it, really. I just want a quick short one just to say, just let me know, again, in the thing below. This is just a quick short one. It wasn't major. If you've had any really stupid stories about common sense and the lack of it, because they wouldn't know which end is up. They just don't have a clue, the narcissists. The judgment thing, again, the angel and the devil. You know, had he had those two things, you know, soaps that are like sort of 10 years old, the little angel would have said, no, don't do that, it's ridiculous. You can't give somebody a Valentine's gift that's been in your mum's cupboard for weeks and months and years and whatever. You know, it's dusty, it's dirty, the flowers are dead, you know. But there's no one telling them on this side. There's no one saying to them, don't do that. They just think it's the right thing to do. I don't understand their brains. I don't think I'll ever understand their brains. It's just crazy. So, yeah, that was a quickie. Take care, guys. Let me know down in the box if you've had any experiences with the lack of common sense and the stupidity that these people are. Again, they just don't have a clue. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.